Here's my audience. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. According to the Annie E. Casey Foundation, in 2022 there are almost 370,000 kids in foster care in the U.S. To put this in perspective, the largest football stadium in the country only seats 107,000. According to Foster Love, every 2 minutes a child enters the foster system in America, meaning that by the time I'm done with this speech, at least 3 children will have entered the system. You see, from 2016 to 2018, my family fostered young children from around inner city Columbus. In this time, I saw firsthand what the foster system is like. I witnessed precious, innocent children affected by abuse, family separation, financial instability, and more. I also witnessed a foster care and social working system overwhelmed by the sheer volume of families in need of support. In composing this speech, I took it upon myself to dive deeper into this issue. In this process, I found a variety of sources telling on the matter. Based on my findings, there is hope for the future. Children and families in the U.S. foster system are often overlooked, but through proper support, us as a nation can improve the conditions and change lives. To communicate this important message, I will be using 3 main points. 1, children are suffering. 2, Foster Love, a supporting nonprofit, is working to improve the system. And 3, picturing a world where every child has a loving home. To begin, in the U.S., hundreds of thousands of kids are suffering from home instability and the consequences of an unequipped foster system. For context, a foster home is a temporary home replacement for kids whose family homes are deemed unsafe. The Policy Circle website says it well here. The ultimate goal is for children to live in stable families, so foster care is meant to end once the parent or relative can raise the child, or it's determined otherwise. As you can imagine, the transition of houses for these young children is hard, to say the least. In some cases, the child is happy to leave because of their resentment for their parents' abuse. In other cases, even in cases of maltreatment, the child misses their family and siblings. I mean, imagine packing up and leaving your family and life. That's hard for anybody, especially for children. A sad reality is that moving homes often happens multiple times for children who spend prolonged time in the foster system. A quote from the Annie E. Casey Foundation: over 1/3 of children experience more than 2 placements a year. That's crazy. To further emphasize this issue, here are some more alarming statistics. Stand Together says that 81% of children who move in and out of the system will face incarceration. 81%. And even scarier, 25% will attempt suicide. According to the Christian Alliance for Orphans, more than half of children in the system are under 10 years old. And lastly, of the kids in care who also have siblings in the system, 53 to 80% are separated from one or more of their siblings. Another quote from the Christian Alliance for Orphans. This is devastating. But now that we have background on the issue, let's look at efforts being made for improvement. Which brings me to point number 2. Foster Love, a supporting nonprofit, is working to improve the system all over the country. They do this by providing gifts, housing support, and academic scholarships. Through donation, Foster Love can provide things like bikes, skateboards, holiday meals, and even entire birthday parties to kids in need. Gifts like these expose kids to hope and love, things that they likely otherwise wouldn't have received. Providing these young kids with a simple skateboard or birthday party can bring an instant smile to a kid going through the unspeakable. Birthdays should be a joyful milestone for every child, but in foster care, they're often overlooked. A quote from Foster Love. This organization also works to provide houses to youth aging out of the system. Housing is made a priority because too often these young adults lack a high school diploma and necessary skills to secure a job. A stable housing situation can reduce living instability and homelessness and ensure safety and basic needs. Finally, Foster Love also awards 4 scholarships each year to fostered kids looking to pursue college education. This is some big stuff. But moving on, now that I've explained the issue and an organization working to resolve the issue, let's look at the big picture. For point number 3, picturing a world where every child has a loving home and there's no need for a foster care system. I mean, imagine a world with no more broken up families or separated siblings. A world where every newborn receives love and affection, and every child receives hope, guidance, and education. A world where every young adult is equipped with strong life skills to excel in the adult world. Through our support, little by little, this world is possible. To conclude, children and families in the U.S. foster system are often overlooked, but through proper support, us as a nation can improve the conditions and change lives. I urge all of you to check out fosterlove.com and donate. Think about a little kid smiling with a new bike in his hands because you chose to help. Think about a world where every kid feels loved. And back to my family, we chose to help too, and we've seen kids experience love for the first time. It's truly special. Thank you. Here's my audience again.